All right, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and start freehanding the top. We want to create shape. We want to make sure that we remove any kind of uneven hairs. Obviously it'll take forever and we will be here all day if I were to pick this hair out and shape it up, but he wants to keep it pretty natural. So again, we're just creating shape, getting rid of some bulk, and we're gonna just make sure everything looks even up top. What we're gonna do on the sides is I'm gonna take a number 2 open with the grain and go downwards again with the grain to create some type of blend from the 2 to the top, because I don't want to disconnect this haircut. So again, with this 2, you're gonna see that I'm removing a lot of the bulk to create a nice, I don't want to say a shadow because the number 2 is still pretty long on the sides, but you're gonna see that I'm gonna connect the sides to the back because we're also gonna do a bald high taper on the back and the sides, as you can tell right now. So with me going with the grain, you can tell that I'm not disconnecting this haircut. I'm creating shape, but I'm also making sure that I have some type of blend from the bottom to the top. So now you see me turn my clipper around, going against the grain just to soften it up a little bit more. Guys, what's crazy is my client walks in and the first thing that comes to mind is, where do I start? And I feel like every barber has that feeling until they really start their haircut and they're like, and then they finish and they're like, damn, I did that. Like, dude, when I tell you I feel great about this haircut, guys, just wait, just bear with me, watch the video, do not skip. The angles on this video are straight fire. And right here with this angle, I'm creating my back taper. I already created my first guideline with the trimmer. Now I'm using my Gamma Ergos to knock out that first panel. And you're gonna see that it's auto-focusing right now, but then I fixed it, so don't worry. So that first panel knocked out was the lever all the way open, put it in the middle, and then close it, and you're gonna see that line completely disappear. Now, my next guideline is gonna be my 1 guard open. But guys, like, just bear with me with this video. This is probably one of my best transformations on YouTube right now. So just watch this. Again, the angles are dope. I think I got some pretty dope content with this transformation. So look, lever open, and I'm just removing a little bit of the bulk because again, it's going to be a high taper in the back and a high taper on the sides. After that, you saw me put it in the middle. Now I'm going against the grain, feeding that hair into that guard. You'll see me turn the clipper upside down like that because his hair is growing up. So again, I want to make sure I cut against the grain. And then this is my 1.5 guard. And this is the highest guard that I'll be using because I did put a 2.5 on the side, so that 1.5 kind of just blended right in. And this is a very uncomfortable position cutting. I wish I would have recorded myself how I looked, but I have the camera in front of me and I have to extend my arm around the camera to get a dope shot. But when I saw this on camera, I was like, yo, I mean, it's clear, you can see what I'm doing. My hand's not in the way. You can see the blend come together. You can see the spirals in his hair in the back. How many different directions the hair grows, how many different directions you have to cut. Look, I'm telling you guys, like, I second guess myself a lot with a lot of my clients, you know, recording a YouTube tutorial, but it's one of those things where you finish a cut and you're like, dang, I wish I would have recorded it. So I did not want to miss this opportunity for this type of content. So I was like, bro, we got to record this video. And right here, this is what I'm doing. I'm taking my half guard and I'm blending the bottom panel out after that 1.5 guard. Whatever the one left behind, you're gonna see me blend that out. Basically, whatever you do to the right side of the taper, you're gonna do to the left side of the taper. But to save us time, I just knocked out this right panel. That way you can see the blend come together. And again, guys, you're gonna see me cut in different directions, making sure I feed that hair into the guard, because that hair pattern back here is crazy. Now I have no guard, lever all the way open, again putting it in the middle and then closing it. And this is just honestly some lever play. The half guard is gonna bring everything together, but this is just some touch-up work, some detail work, and getting in those dark spots to remove those dark spots with the corner of the blade. I felt like I had an accent right there. All right, this is my 1.5 guard, and you're gonna see. Okay, so I put the 2.5 on the sides, right? The 2.5 open. Now I'm making sure I bring everything from the back to the front together, and you'll see. I'm gonna soften it up right behind that ear with the 1.5, and it's gonna look like everything is just flowed together with the high taper. It almost looks like a low fade. But I just want to make sure I knock that down, soften that up. That way when we put the lineup on it, everything's just gonna pop. Everything's laid down. But guys, look at the shape. Look at the shape we created. So right here, we're gonna start the taper, and I have my lever all the way closed, put it in the middle, and then open it all the way. And again, guys, these angles, I'm telling you, like, I don't know, I just felt like I was in my bag on this cut. I just felt super comfortable. I felt confident, and I love what I created. Lever all the way open with the 1 guard, put it in the middle, and then close it. I just did that right there. Open, middle, close. Now I'll take my 1.5 guard, feeding it into whatever the 2 left behind, doing a lot of the corner work, no disconnection, everything is blended. You see gradiency, and now you can tell that the back of the taper belongs to the front taper because you soften it up right behind that ear. If you leave bulk right there, it looks separate. It looks separate. You want to make sure you bleed it right into the front to the taper, or bleed it right into the back taper. Now we're gonna blend that beard in, since we're already here. You're gonna see some dope beard work as well. We're gonna shape it up, line it up. I think this haircut tutorial has a lot to offer. All right, guys. So what you do to one side, you do to the other. Doing that high taper on this side, again having some nice angles on this tutorial. Another thing that helps out with the angles is the lighting that I have. I'm able to move around my ring light and place it where I want it whenever I'm recording a tutorial. Again, going right behind that ear. Look at that back taper. Sheesh. Sheesh. And this, guys, is where everything starts coming together. You start putting that lineup on the neck taper, and look how everything just flows. Look how everything just flows. You have a nice high taper in the back, in the front. You have a faded beard line, and once I put this lineup on the beard, I'm telling you guys, like, I don't know, man. I just felt different about this cut, and I'm sure y'all can relate. It's just one of those things where you're in your zone. And you might, I second guess myself about, the canvas, as far as, like, again, when he came in, I'm like, where do I start? I just asked him what type of cut he wanted. He said he wanted to fade the sides down, do a taper, and create shape. And I just did what I know best, man, honestly. And I'm very happy with the outcome. And with the beard line, you could tell it kind of goes towards the back of his neck. I don't want to just go straight down with that beard line. I want to make sure it's you know, pretty natural lined up, because then you'll start to see new growth. And if his beard is like that, guys, don't push that to make it straight down. It complements his face frame, it complements his beard lineup, so don't go against that. It looks clean, naturally lined up. Alright, so right here we're gonna line up the beard. Boom, couple lines. Sheesh, slowly coming together. I get excited, man, watching this. When I was making this tutorial, the editing part of it, I was like, man, this is crazy what a haircut can do for someone, for real. Now we're gonna line up this C cup. I kept it dark enough that way I could line it up, but still have that nice low blend right there with the taper. But when I use the razor, you're gonna see I'm going to ghost line that C cup. You can see it right now. I'm gonna ghost line that up. Even though I used a trimmer right there, I did use a shaver in the middle, but I wanted to have that ghost line there with the ball taper in the inside. Now this is my one guard going with the grain, cutting down his mustache, and now we're gonna line it up. I think it looks super clean with a real big beard like that, and then having like a one on the mustache, like it's just a dope contrast. All right, there what you see me, the trimmer is off, guys. So if you do this technique, it's something that I just picked up. I started doing it. Trimmer is all the way off, combing down the hair instead of using like a brush or something like that. It just takes a little more time, and using my trimmers to do that. Keeping that line up as crispy and natural as possible. No line, no pushbacks over here, bruh. Don't at me. Look at that box. Sheesh, I feel like Beam right now, boy. I'm in my bag. See, look at this angle, guys. Look at this angle. I picked out the beard. Now we're shaping it up. As you can tell, the haircut is enhanced already. For the sake of not too long of a video, man, I didn't put that in there, but I've got tons of videos of putting color enhancements on haircuts. So if y'all looking to see that, check those videos out. But the haircut is enhanced already. I was pressed for time as well for my next client. I'm cutting my clients while I'm doing this haircut tutorials. I have no extra time. I'm not meeting with my clients on my days off. Like, this takes a lot of time. It took me about 1 hour and 20 minutes to do this haircut tutorial, and I think that's not bad. Like, I ran over 20 minutes on my next haircut. I apologize. I made sure I contacted my client, let them know I was running behind about 15-20 minutes, and I think that's separates you from the other barber that just runs behind for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, communication is key. So this is the finished product, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this banger. Man, look at how everything is just blended. Everything just flows. Everything has gradiency. There's no disconnection. Bro, he's about to go to work and shock everybody. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment. And as always, Team Gifted. Stay gifted.